Can't make it to the game? We've got your back. Just go to www.IndianaSRN.org and tune in to all of the live action, or go to our on-demand service and relive your favorite moments.
This is the Frells family's land. When the sun comes out, the kids run and play right there. This used to be a shed. Now, it's where they get breakfast. This is more than just land. It's home. The Frells family runs with us on a John Deere 1 Series tractor. His land isn't the only thing that should live on for generations. Nothing runs like a Deere. Search John Deere 1 Series for more.
Visit Reynolds Farm Equipment, your hometown John Deere dealer today at reynoldsfarmequipment.com.
You're good at making big announcements. We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person, and stop knocking on wood.
You want a sports degree that is beyond the game? A degree that immerses you from day one and launches you into the business side of sports. With a sports management major from IUPUI's School of Health and Human Sciences, you'll have insider access to sports professionals and will learn from faculty with years of teaching and industry experience. There isn't a better city than Indianapolis to get the experience you need to launch your sport industry career.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
Can I help you?
Yeah, I'd like to order a hamburger, fries, salt, maybe a large vanilla shake.
This is a trophy shop, can't you tell?
You got carry out?
Everything that you need, we have here at the shop. Very unique. You order today, carry out tonight. That's our version of carry out.
All right, I'll take one of everything.
Well, that may take a little longer. We'll have it for you tomorrow night.
I'll be back tomorrow to pick it up.
We'll be waiting for you.
Bertner Electric Incorporated has been proudly serving our residential and commercial customers with quality electrical repair for over 33 years. We are fully licensed and insured in electrical wiring and electrician service packages. You'll receive a competitive assessment, whether you're a homeowner or a business owner, first-time or long-time customer. We offer free estimates for any new project. Call our licensed and experienced electricians today.
You want a career that creates experiences that are impossible to forget. By studying sports and events at IUPUI, you'll get hands-on experience in and out of the classroom. And with Indy as your classroom, there are high-profile events, sports franchises, hotels, museums, and large organizations across the city to engage, educate, and enlighten your student journey before you graduate. There isn't a better city than Indianapolis to get the experience you need to prepare you to handle any event, big or small. It all starts here.
At Morales Group Staffing, we are all about building better futures. And during these times, we are working hard to put people to work. We are now hiring for hundreds of jobs with pay up to $17 an hour. Visit our website at moralesgroup.net or text JOBS, JOBS, to 317-472-7600 to apply now and get hired today.
You're good at keeping the car clean. We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person, and stop knocking on wood.
High school sports fans, welcome back to Game Time. To pure spirits, to pure sport. Welcome back to high school sports.
Fans, I'm IHSAA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back.
This is Game Time. This is Indiana high school sports. This is your IHSAA.
You want a career that will transform your life while you change the lives of others by helping them live well. With a health or exercise sciences degree from IUPUI School of Health and Human Sciences, you will gain an in-depth understanding of the healthcare industry while preparing you for a variety of graduate and professional programs in health. And with Indy as your classroom, you will have clinical options within leading hospitals right in our backyard, as well as a degree from Indiana University, reputable leaders in the healthcare industry. It all starts here.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
You're good at basement basketball.
We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person, and stop knocking on wood.
Mortgage Group. I've been teaching here at Guerin Catholic for 13 years. I've been assistant coach also for 13 years. And I think it's important in today's world that we have young people growing up with the morals and values of faith-based education.
Hello, I'm Dwayne Thompson with Integrity Mortgage Group, and I support Guerin Catholic High School because I'm good friends and business partners with assistant coach Tommy Mascari, and any chance I have to support a Christ-centered education for today's youth, I take advantage of that opportunity and support in any way I can with my time, effort, volunteering, funds, and commercials like these.
Together we soar. Guerin Catholic Sports on IndianaSRN.
Where you're always in the game.
4A opponent who was really good. And then, of course, we had the Guerin Catholic, also a Guerin Catholic and Covenant Christian game on the network tonight. If you don't want to watch football, just turn on IndianaSRN. We got basketball for you. A great game, Edgewood and Greencastle. I looked at the highlights of those. Those guys are going to have a great ball game. Edgewood's really, really good, and Greencastle's coming along. But here we had a matinee. Two teams going different directions. Providence Cristo Rey building a program, been waiting for a breakout year. This might not be the year yet, but they're building. Andrew Dishman, the athletic department, the school is building on having a good athletic program, and it just takes time, as you know, Troy. You just don't do it overnight.
You look, though, at Providence Cristo Rey's last 3 games, and I think you can actually go back to 4. You go back to Central Christian. They only lost by 13 in that one. They go to Indian Creek. They've been on the road for 3 straight. Indian Creek got them by 15. Didn't play as well against Cecina, but that's good Cecina ball club at home. Yes. But then they played Shortridge pretty close, lost that one 73-57. The concern you have today, though, Coach, are missing about 4 different players that could be key, and so depth is going to be a huge problem.
Yeah, and they're missing their big player. James Holmes, a kid, that you look top to bottom, pretty good kid. He's out. Charles Driver is out, and James Kuntz is Jeremiah Kuntz is out. So you brought a couple kids up in the JV game. It's sad to say that the JV game was 69-9, and those things happen. So, you look at Providence. Here's how I look at it. You showed up, and we're ready to play basketball.
Yeah.
Some schools have been known just to stay home.
Yeah.
The kid ain't going to learn anything from that. And it's so just for them to be here and ready to understand their role. And, these kids understand that. These young kids know we're not there, but we will get there.
They will have 8 players today, and again, minus the 4. They would have had a full slate of players here today, but so they're going to have somebody else step up. And when you talk about a Chatard team, they're coming fresh off that nice win over Guerin Catholic. They have played a tough schedule, and I mentioned to you on Basketball Weekly when I saw them earlier this year against Evansville Bosse, they had just come off a win at Heritage Christian. Bosse comes in here, and I was down on the floor. That's an athletic basketball team, and I thought, this is going to be interesting. And they fell down early, but they never panicked, and when they got things rolling, they made the rest of that game look easy.
Yeah, and they're down by 14 at one time. They win the game by 14, so all of a sudden they went small.
Yeah.
Where coaches start panicking, all of a sudden you start going small, and St. John's steals a basket, hits a layup, gets fouled. Now you're down by 11, and it just snowballed to a fact where Evansville looked at each other and go, hey, what happened? We were up by 14.
I think it happened so fast that everybody was a little bit shocked in that one. But let's take a look at the Trojans a little closer. They're going to be without A.J. Roseman. Big loss for them today. This guy can do just about everything. And you go back to that Bosse game that I saw, and he was one of those guys they went to quite a bit, but he won't be playing today.
Yeah, I saw him in his suit jacket and his little pink tie, and I said, what the world's going on? What's the boot? He goes, show. I said, what? No, I hurt my foot. I said, are you ready for Tuesday night? I'll be ready for Tuesday. So, it's one of these games, and we've had it as coaches, where you go in and go, okay, we may play these kids X amount of time just for them to get up and down the floor, but this game can be won by our bench. So let's take our time and see what happens. Now, you can't get overconfident because what happens is Providence starts hitting some shots and they don't miss. You're in trouble because if you shoot 100%, if you get enough shots, you're going to win.
You will. Tell you what we'll do. We'll come back. We'll talk about some of the games played last night. Coach had already mentioned that Chatard Cathedral game in the City Alliance on the girls' side. We're going to be getting ready, of course, a big week next week when you talk about tournament basketball and some of the other big games that were played last night. Stay right there. It is Chatard and Providence Cristo Rey coming up in a few moments. This is high school basketball on IndianaSRN. Okay, back here at Bishop Chatard High School, Troy Darengowski along with Coach Keith Myers. And Coach, before we went to the timeout, we're talking about some of the big games that were played yesterday, and you mentioned those that were played here on IndianaSRN. That girls' game, Chatard and Cathedral, quite a matchup between those two teams.
Came down to 2 possessions. You know, we talked about that this morning with some biscuits and gravy with the wrestling coaches. You know, if Chatard releases that ball goes out of bounds, now they get the ball. Now it's tied.
Yeah.
They go down and knock down a point. Now they're up by 2 instead of being down by 2. And, you know, those things happen. But, you know, what a great year that Cathedral has had. But Chatard is not bad. They're going to be tough out. And you know what? Heritage Christian now 2 years in a row has not won a City Alliance game tournament championship game. So maybe their dynasty's over. After winning 16 straight, maybe it's time for somebody else to win some games. So it's pretty cool.
Coach, there were a lot of big games played last night around the state of Indiana. You go back to the Marion County tournament. You had North Central beating Southport last night on the boys' side. And then Ben Davis. All of a sudden now everybody's going, wait a minute.
Where are they coming from?
I know. And now they're 11-2, and they beat up on number 10 Pike, won at 69-42.
I'm not shocked, but boy, have they played some basketball here in the last 4 or 5 weeks. You know, and you look at that. You look at their sectional, the Final Four, everybody's in that sectional except one. So, you know, you're knocking some sectional opponents down. You know, now what you got to do is you got to finish tonight.
Yeah.
You know, Southport Fieldhouse will be rocking and rolling. Nothing like doing a Marion County championship game at Southport High School, especially the historic Southport High School.
Great place to watch basketball. May, if I can, talk about some of these other games last night. You had number 5 Fishers. They beat Brownsburg 49-38. Go a little bit lower in class. You had 2 ranked teams going at it. You had number 7 2A Clinton Prairie up against number 5 2A Carolina Flora. A 2-point ball game, 45-43. You also had North Harrison. They are number 12 in 3A. They end up losing to number 12 2A Eastern Pekin 60-52. Fort Wayne Snyder up in the Fort Wayne area, they're for real. They improved to 8-2. They beat Homestead 74-69. Homestead number 13 in 4A. Anderson, all of a sudden now the Anderson Indians 9-2. They beat number 16 Lafayette Jeff last night. And you can't forget about that Linton-Stockton-Bloomfield game in which it was only a 3-point ball game, but only a 38-35 final. Number 2A, or should say 2A number 3, Linton Stockton won that one over number 1A number 3 Bloomfield. They scored just 35.
You go back to that Eastern Pekin game. Eastern Pekin, I saw them on Christmas. Got to go with a buddy. He was refereeing their tournament. I'll tell you what, the Eastern Pekin Ball Club is much, much better than a lot of people think, because they have not only the offensive skill, but they could shut you down very quickly. The other game that I thought was very good is Lafayette Jeff.
Yeah.
How good is Lafayette Jeff? And then Anderson's coming on. So, you know, you look at there's 6 weeks left in the boys' season. On the girls' season, 2 games left for some of those teams. The draw's coming up. It's just going to be a lot of fun during tournament time. It snowed last night, which means tournament time is coming.
Yeah, that's right.
Now, when I walk across the parking lot, I ice skate. That kind of scares me, but I'm ready for some tournament play.
Me too. By the way, don't want to shortchange the girls before we take a break. Fishers beat Brownsburg last night. Homestead beat Fort Wayne Snyder. Benton Central improved to 21-0 on the season. They beat a very good Lafayette Central team. And then Zions.
At Lafayette Central Catholic.
That's
right.
That's
a tough place to play.
And a 15-game winner.
And then Noblesville beat Zionsville, right?
Zionsville beat Noblesville by 11. Tell you what we will do. We're going to come back. The tip-off and the starters coming up in a couple of moments here from Chatard High School. It's the Red Wolves, I should say the Cristo Rey Wolves at 0-8, and the Chatard Trojans at 11-0. All that coming up in a moment right here on IndianaSRN.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
You want a career that creates experiences that are impossible to forget. By studying sports and events at IUPUI, you'll get hands-on experience in and out of the classroom. And with Indy as your classroom, there are high-profile events, sports franchises, hotels, museums, and large organizations across the city to engage, educate, and enlighten your student journey before you graduate. There isn't a better city than Indianapolis to get the experience you need to prepare you to handle any event, big or small. It all starts here.
This is the Frells family's land. When the sun comes out, the kids run and play right there. This used to be a shed. Now, it's where they get breakfast. This is more than just land. It's home. The Frells family runs with us on a John Deere 1 Series tractor. This land isn't the only thing that should live on for generations. Nothing runs like a Deere. Search John Deere 1 Series for more.
Visit Reynolds Farm Equipment, your hometown John Deere dealer today at reynoldsfarmequipment.com.
At Morales Group Staffing, we are all about building better futures. And during these times, we are working hard to put people to work. We are now hiring for hundreds of jobs with pay up to $17 an hour. Visit our website at moralesgroup.net or text JOBS, JOBS, to 317-472-7600 to apply now and get hired today.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
Welcome back to Chatard High School as we bring you high school basketball on a Saturday afternoon.
Hey, turn on the lights.
The spotlight's on you, though.
I see the spotlight's on me. I don't want it to be on. Are we in Chicago?
It could be. It sounds like that's the music they play.
You bet.
By the way, today's broadcast is copyrighted by IndianaSRN and the Indiana High School Athletic Association for the private use of our audience. The use of pictures, videos, and audio without the expressed written permission of the IHSAA is prohibited. Let's get the starters now. First off for Providence, Cristo Ray. They'll go with Javion Newell. He wears number 10. B.J. Johnson is number 11. Jordan Stratton, number 12. Manny Valencia, number 22. And Anthony Hayes wearing number 30. On the other side of the ledger, Ben Wright for Chatard. He wears number 1. Drew Van Vliet will start today. He wears number 24. Wade McAllister is number 33. Also in the starting lineup, number 11, Robert Davison, and number 10, Sylvester Williams. Coach, keys to the game.
Keys to the game. Providence, Cristo, you just got to stay close. Got to stay close. And, you know, the odds are really against you tonight, but just stay close. Play. Do not give up. Whatever it takes, just finish. If you're here, Chatard, take care of business. You're supposed to win this game. Stay close and win this ball game.
Spin move in the lane, and it was McAllister who had it knocked out of his hands. Good physical play down low by Anthony Hayes to prevent him getting an easy bucket. So the Trojans will inbound on the baseline. Nice play inside, and McAllister ends up missing that one. Providence, Cristo Ray on the run, but it's a turnover. B.J. Johnson has it taken away. Got to keep an eye on guys like Sylvester Williams. They'll sneak around and steal everything.
They call him Sly.
And they should. That was a great play. Here's McAllister once again. Nice move to the basket. Misses once again. Ball loose on the floor. Picked up there by B.J. Johnson. And he'll bring it across the timeline. Wolves basketball, shot and a whistle and a foul, and that's going to be a 3-shot foul. They'll get number 11, Robert Davidson, for his first, and we'll go to the line.
So you look at the first minute here, up and down the floor, couple turnovers, couple of missed bunnies. Got to cash those in. If it's going to be there, you got to cash them in.
First free throw here by Stratton is on the way and short. He'll get 2 more. Take a look here at the foul off the shot. An excellent
knocked
call
him down
there.
pretty good.
Yeah, he certainly did. Second free throw is good, so the Wolves get the early lead, 1-0. Chatard coming out that win over Guerin Catholic on January 7th, a 53-41 win. Second free throw missed. McAllister with a rebound. Williams will take the outlet pass and bring it down the right sideline. McAllister sets the screen, and now they'll work it back outside to Davidson. And here's Williams. Again, we mentioned earlier, A.J. Roseman not playing tonight. Inside to Van Vliet, powers it up, misses it. Offensive rebound, put back, no. Another offensive rebound, McAllister, no. And boy, they can't hit anything inside, but it'll be Ben Wright who runs down the basketball.
Right now, I would start being worried and go to, hey, oh, what?
Well, they've had about every look you can get between, of course, McAllister missing inside, and then you had Van Vliet as well, and then you had a turnover, and we've got already a timeout on the floor by Providence Cristo Rey, and this is going to be a 30-second timeout. I want to remind you today's game is brought to you in part by Serenity Care Services in Indiana. They're a licensed service agency. They're friendly and experienced, and they are the caregivers you have been looking for. Call Angela today at 317-900-6202. Serenity Care Services, serving Indianapolis and the 5 surrounding areas.
Earlier today, we had a privilege to be able to call the Circle City Wrestling Finals. It was run by Roncalli, the 7th straight conference championship for them, but really a great time and a nice crowd on hand and a lot of viewership on IndianaSRN. We want to thank you for viewing today, and thank you for viewing that City Alliance game, wrestling meet.
You know, I know that you know my history in wrestling in the background. I told you I was a 108-pound champion in middle school, and I never even got an invite to the gym today. Yeah.
James had he has a wrestling promise as well.
Oh, he does?
Yeah, he was Jesse the Bodies Ventura's stooge in WrestleMania 3.
Oh, okay. Very good.
He was the guy. Jesse's the guy that threw James.
There's a three-pointer by Anthony Hayes, and Providence Cristo Rey on top 4-0.
Yeah, James was showing us some moves on the mount. He's pretty deadly.
I bet he is.
I yawn.
We got a foul on the entry pass. Anthony Hayes will pick up his first. Take a look at this three. Yeah, well behind that three-point line.
There.
So Hayes hits the three, then commits the foul. The Trojans will inbound the basketball. Kicks it way out front to Davidson. Good look here at Williams. Williams entry pass, Van Vliet powers it up, missed another one, and they've missed at least 4 shots right next to the basket with their bigs. So Wolves basketball trying to build on a 4-0 lead. In the corner, three-pointer on the way. Newell can't get it to go. Battle for the loose basketball. Picked out of there by Williams, and Williams will take it the distance and get the first 2 points on the board for the Trojans.
How quick is Sly Williams?
He's shown his quickness already twice today. A young man you'll have to keep an eye on if you're handling the basketball and you're a Wolf player, because he will come and take it away from you. Here's Newell. At the elbow, guarded closely by McAllister. Now on the right wing, it'll be Stratton. Stratton picks up his dribble, and the ball thrown away. Bad pass, stolen by Chatard. Will head the other way. Basket good. It'll be Davidson, and one for the Trojans. Wolves now with 2 turnovers here in the opening period, and we're tied at 4. A bevy of new players coming in. You'll take a look here at the steal and the score at the other end. Carter St. John has come into the lineup. TJ Ford has also come into the lineup for Chatard. Ford will wear number 4, St. John number 22. And the other new player is TJ Alexander, number 3. And the free throw by Davidson is good. And just like that, 5 unanswered points here for the Trojans.
And just like that, the normal 5 other than Roseman is on the floor for Chatard. I kind of like what Kenny Roseman did. Gave us some minutes and see what they could do. Because I don't think these kids will play long today.
So it'll be Wolves basketball down by 1. You see Chatard playing very tough man-to-man defense.
Whoa, the elbow.
That's Stifler out there against Hayes, and Hayes will have to be careful. He connects on one of those. He can be gone quickly. Wolves stay in the half-court man as they drive, and the feed on the wing. That'll be number 10, Newell. Here's B.J. Johnson, and Johnson ends up throwing that elbow and a little bit of a shoulder as well, gets called for the offensive foul.
I just like what Williams did, held his ground, and then got kind of flooded. We go, hey, big fellas, take it easy.
So a 1-point lead here for the Trojans and the basketball. Stifler, by the way, Nolan Stifler's coming to the ball game as well for Chatard. So a bunch of new players in the lineup. Here's T.J. Alexander from the corner for 3, can't get it to go. And the rebound by Manny Valencia.
They are 0 for 3 for three-point land already today.
See if at some point we'll see Chatard get things put together, though offensively has struggled here early. Johnson will find Stratton for 3, short, rebound by Williams. Williams, lead pass, and a good pass it was. Layup at the other end by Alexander. Give the assist to Williams.
You think Alexander played football, got those guys, those little hands? Man.
Excellent receiver, huh? So a 7-0 run put together by Chatard. Hayes with the basketball on the wing, guarded there closely by TJ Ford. Here's a drive, an extra step, no call there against Stratton, and we'll head the other way. Here's Carter St. John. Nice pass will find Sylvester Williams. He now has 4, and it's a 9-4 lead.
How about Sly coming off and getting 4 so early?
You don't think that Coach Roseman said, fellas, we better wake up here.
Yeah. Or you may be having practice after the game.
You won't see the playoffs in the NFL. Good look at Hayes. Hayes double teamed. Able to get rid of it out front now to Stratton. This is B.J. Johnson, and a foul away from the basketball. They may have got Anthony Hayes, and he's a physical player down low, and he just picked up his 2nd. Sam Lewis will come in now for Chatard. So they've already played, 5, 6 players off their bench here in the opening period of play at 2:54. Lewis will bring it across the timeline. Lewis driving by the defender. Valencian lays it in, and Sam's only been in for a few seconds and already on the board. Now 11-0 run. Wolves basketball. Good look at Hayes. The kick out. The crossover, B.J. Johnson with the left hand, no good. Ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Hayes, and it goes back to Chatard. Well, this game changed really quickly.
Yes. But we knew that coming in that, Chatard per man really should do very well tonight. But I was just impressed, and still impressed with the play of Providence Cristo Rey.
There's a nice drive. TJ Ford on the board for the first time. He's now the 5th Trojan to score this afternoon. Now a 13-0 run put together by Chatard. B.J. Johnson trying to find room across the timeline, and that should be a travel on Stratton, and it is. 4th turnover now for the Wolves, and we'll go back to Chatard. Now this is the Chatard team since they fell down 4-0 that we're more used to seeing. Very efficient offensively, but they missed some early shots underneath. Ball movement to the outside. The 3 on the way, good. That'll be Carter St. John hitting the 3, their first 3 of the night. It's a 16-0 run.
Nice little 3-point basket by the quarterback.
Tell you what, they really moved the ball well in that last possession. The drive, the kick. Here's Hayes on the right wing. Hayes with a crossover, nothing available. Outside to Stratton. Now they'll work it right side to B.J. Johnson. Here's Newell. Newell will find Hayes. He's going to launch it from three. Missed it badly. The rebound by Stifler. Quick outlet back the other way. Left-hand layup good by T.J. Ford. He now has 4.
Yeah, Ford. The outlet is really good, and they run the floor so well.
So now 60 seconds remaining here in the opening quarter play. There's a steal. We'll head back the other way, and the layup at the other end by Stifler. He has his first 2. 5 turnovers now for the Wolves, and it's a 20-0 run. See if the Wolves have an answer here as we get close to the end of this opening period. The 3 is off the mark as Stratton can't get it to go, and we'll see the Trojans play for the final shot of the opening quarter.
Heard coach right away yell 1. They're going to run a set play here.
Generally run it down to 10, 8 seconds before you start to make your move.
Shoot, when I was playing, I just held the ball. Coach, I'm not going to do anything with it. I'll just dribble here. That's why I got to sit the bench off.
Because the cameras are focused on you a lot.
I never had cameras when I was playing.
Me neither. Here's a 3 at the top of the key. Rims in and out as Lewis can't get it to go. Ball saved from going out of bounds, but it is all Chatard. They fell down 4-0, and they scored 20 in the quarter. See the last steal as we will head to the timeout. This is high school basketball on IndianaSRN.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
Afternoon basketball here at Indianapolis Chatard High School. At one point, if you just tuned in, the Wolves got on top 4-0, and we were watching Chatard missing all kinds of bunny shots down there. Then things changed quickly, and they kind of got the wake-up call there.
And it did take a timeout. What it took is leadership came on the floor, and we're not knocking the subs. It's just that's, when you're used to playing that role, it takes a while to get used to playing that starter's role.
By the way, another new player coming into the ball game now for the Trojans. Here's a nice drive to the basket, layup good by B.J. Johnson. He has his first 2. The new player, Kevin Wells, number 15 for Chatard. So they've really gone deep here in this opening half of play. 3-pointer from the left elbow is good, wide open. Carter St. John nails his second 3-pointer.
Got 6 points on the night.
Well, they don't panic at all. Come right back, run a nice set, find the open man. Here's Johnson, who just hit that last shot at the top.
This Chatard team knows their role, and no one is jealous of each other.
That's going to be a shot and a foul call against T.J. Alexander.
Second time he's been burnt like that. Look at this little move.
Yeah, it's great crossover.
Yep. Got to need help on that weak side.
Alexander picked up the foul. B.J. Johnson at the line for the first time this afternoon. The left-hander's shot is on the way and misses it. He will get another one. So far, the Wolves are just 1 of 4 from the line here in the first half of play. Second one no good. Now make it 1 of 5. Battle for the rebound there between
I got it.
St. John and
yeah. I got it.
The lob pass underneath, intended for T.J. Ford, goes into the hands of the Wolves. That'll be just the second turnover now for the Trojans. We're just underway in period number 2. This is Hayes at the top. Shot is way off the mark that time by Stratton. Rebound outlet pass will find Alexander. He'll drive to the other basket and lay it in for his second basket. He has 4. Now a 19-point lead. It was a 20-0 run that got the Trojans in front, and diving for the loose basketball, Carter St. John gets help from his coach and teammates.
How about he goes on the floor, and not just 2 guys, but the guys off the bench comes and lift and pick you up. Talk about brotherhood.
Yeah, take a look at this.
That's look at that. Great. The whole entire bench. Oh, I got him. I got it.
Wolves basketball on the drive baseline. Newell gets cut off there by St. John. Here's a drive by Johnson, and what do we have? Offensive foul against B.J. Johnson. That's going to be his second, and it goes back over to the Trojans.
How about, again, watch the bench. Wells took the charge, and everybody's like, yay! I mean, I love this team.
That's what basketball, all sports is about. Yeah. When you support each other and you want them to do better than you're doing.
And you know what? It's the reflection of this coaching staff, because the coaching staff is that same way, folks.
Shot from the wing. Boy, that one in and out there for St. John.
He said, I want that back.
Boy, no kidding. Here's a drive and a pass in the corner. Valencia. He'll find his open teammate Newell. His shot is no good. And the rebound, Lewis. Quick outlet pass. Shot fake. Got the defender in the air. Wells will lay it in for his first 2.
All right, he took the charge and he got the layup. His day is finished. Nice job.
He said, Coach Myers, give me a couple of more minutes,
give
please.
Me more minutes.
I got to at least be worthy of a shower. The double team out front. Here's Hayes. His shot's no good. Long rebound and pulling it away, Valencia. 5:30 to go in the quarter. Here's another pull-up shot. Missed. Rebound put back no good. And the battle for the rebound won there by St. John. St. John finds his teammate. Here's Lewis on the drive. Missed it. Might have lost that one on the way up.
It looked like he did lose it on the way up there.
We're going to see Scotty Semler come in for the Trojans here in just a couple of moments. That is Valencia to run down the loose basketball. He played a lot of minutes in that JV contest. Good look here on the right wing to Newell. Newell guarded there by Alexander. Turnover, and then they're going to get a double dribble on Cole Weber, who's checked in.
You know, if you did not see the JV game, you're allowed 5 quarters a game.
Yeah.
So if he played 4 in the JV game, then he's allowed to play 1 varsity quarter. And once you checked in the game, is counted as a quarter.
Yeah, even if you played 1 second.
Yes.
Inbound on the baseline there for Hayes. 27-6 your score as we're into the 5-minute mark here in the second quarter. This is Johnson on the right wing, guarded there defensively by Williams. The double team coming. Johnson picks up his dribble and then stolen away as Weber gets another steal, finds his teammate running the floor at the other end, and the layup good by Scotty Semler.
Semler spends 30 seconds on the floor, and he got his point.
Looks like Sam Lewis early.
Yeah.
He comes in, he steals, gets a layup. We have now 9 different players that have scored now for Chatard.
That's called balance.
Very much so. Here's Newell. Newell had his head taken off by that pass from about a foot away. Hayes. And a whistle and a foul called against Wells, just his first.
It's like our camera guy. He bounces us out.
He does.
You know, James is, he shoots the ball. I distribute the ball. Kenny, he balances everything out because he knows you're the better player than both of us.
Wolves basketball deep in the corner to Newell, and Newell will take it out away from the pressure, but good defense there by Semler. That is B.J. Johnson looking for an opening. Once he picks up his dribble, he gets surrounded easily. Danny Montez is checked into the ball game now, number 25 for Providence. Johnson, baseline shot, no good, and the rebound pulled down by Weber. Weber's going to bring it out himself and run the floor. Ball kicked out, the drive, a little floater in the baseline is missed by Semler. It goes out of bounds, will stay right here. Boy, you look back at all the shots that Chatard has missed inside. They could probably have another at least 10 to 12 points, right? So the inbound for the Trojans, and a nice inbound play set up there for Weber, and he is now the 10th player to score for Chatard.
Maybe Coach Roseman will start or play Coach Piper, maybe? No, probably not.
Well, they find a uniform, they might. There's another turnover. 3-on-2 break back the other way, and the ball goes out of bounds. Each team with a turnover in those possessions. 8 now for Providence and 4 for the Trojans. We have a timeout on the floor by Providence. Cristo Ray will take a timeout as well. This is high school basketball on IndianaSRN.
Burtner Electric Incorporated has been proudly serving our residential and commercial customers with quality electrical repair for over 33 years. We are fully licensed and insured in electrical wiring and electrician service packages. You'll receive a competitive assessment whether you're a homeowner or a business owner, first-time or long-time customer. We offer free estimates for any new project. Call our licensed and experienced electricians today.
Can't make it to the game? We've got your back. Just go to www.IndianaSRN.org and tune in to all of the live action, or go to our on-demand service and relive your favorite moments.
Troy Darogowski, Keith Byers back, 31-6. You hear the music?
I do.
Boys are back in town?
Yeah.
Yeah. Joe Hansen, the principal of the school, he plays the music. He must be, he's got to be like me and you, 70s, 80s.
Yeah.
It's got it, there's no rap here. It's just good stuff.
So we might hear some ZZ Top maybe.
I asked him to play Smoke on the Water the other day. He told me no. So that's my ballot, man.
That's not very kind, is it?
Well, Joe's a good guy.
Providence basketball. Following the timeout, this three is chucked up from the wing. It goes out of bounds as Stratton shot it. And last touch there by Providence, and we'll go back over again to the Trojans. Into the ball game will be Robert Davidson. He got the start today. Didn't get many minutes, but he's back in the lineup now.
How about our official crew? Looking sharp today.
They are.
Sporting a new logo. Did you see that on the sleeve?
Yeah, all the officials are supposed to have that now.
I like that.
The drive bucket good by Weber.
You got one of those?
I do. I actually have 2 of those.
I like that look.
Nice slender look.
Oh, yeah.
I got new pants and everything.
I don't know if mine was slender, but.
But you look good in it. That shot's going to be missed by Newell. Back the other way, the rebound Davidson. Quick outlet pass now to Weber.
I would sure tell you that I look good in it. I will tell you that.
Well, I know there's got to be some film of you out there somewhere.
Let me tell you, it is hidden.
Nice pass. Layup good by Weber. He now has 6. That was a great drive and feed. Back the other way again for Johnson. Johnson draws the double team. He gets rid of it out to Stratton. Montez, and that's going to be a way short shot in the block underneath. Weber getting a piece of it from Hayes. Back the other way on the run as the Trojans will set up for another 3. That's going to be missed. The rebound underneath by Williams, and Williams can't connect, and things getting a little physical right here in these last 2 possessions.
Looked like a football scrimmage.
Here's Hayes, sets for 3 and gets his second bucket of the ball game.
That's his second 3, isn't it?
It is. He now shares the scoring lead with Weber and St. John from Chatard. Nice drive, and they'll call the foul on the floor as Robert Davidson will draw the foul there. And they will get number 11, B.J. Johnson. That's bad news if you're a Wolves fan, because that's his 3rd. McAllister back in. There's that 3 right there from Anthony Hayes.
I mean, that's deep.
I don't think he knows anything other than deep.
That's the second time he's knocked out. Yep.
Boy, physical inside and no whistle that time. Coming out with it is Stratton. Stratton lost control. will find his teammate Valencia, and then they get Robert Davidson and a little touch foul right there.
That's second for Davidson. Oh, no, they went. Did they go offensive?
They did. They're going to get Valencia instead. So that'll be the 9th turnover now for the Wolves, and we've got a timeout on the floor. It'll be a full timeout. We'll take a break as well. 35-9, Chatard on top. This is high school basketball on IndianaSRN.
You want a career that will transform your life while you change the lives of others by helping them live well. With a health or exercise sciences degree from IUPUI School of Health and Human Sciences, you will gain an in-depth understanding of the healthcare industry while preparing you for a variety of graduate and professional programs in health. And with Indy as your classroom, you will have clinical options within leading hospitals right in our backyard, as well as a degree from Indiana University, reputable leaders in the healthcare industry. It all starts here.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
Referee and Kerry tell you how good I was.
Back here at Chatard is, we don't want to see it. Coach talking to one of our officials.
Kerry O'Brien's been around a long time.
So is that song you got down to.
KC and the Sunshine Band.
I haven't seen you move like that for years.
My back hurts right now.
It should. You should have seen what he was doing during the timeout. By the way, Colin Guy has checked in now. Nice entry pass, bucket good there for Davidson.
He has 5 on the night.
37-9. As we're down to our final 42 seconds here in the first half. Your halftime report. Coach will have a special guest coming up at halftime. You might want to turn on your recorders and listen to that conversation.
It will be fun. It will be fun.
Weber picks up the foul. Well, we have had a potpourri of everything here in the first half, not only on the floor, but here in the broadcast booth. Ball loose, turnover number 10 now for the Wolves. And you'll see Chatard slowed up and play for the final shot of the first half. Been a quick first half, too.
Yeah, it has been a very quick first half.
Wolves stay back in that 2-3 zone. See if the Trojans can get a good look right here. Will they look inside or attempt the 3? They find an open 3 and the miss, but the putback on the rebound, good by Colin Guy. Another Chatard Trojan in the scoring column here in the first half. We head to the locker room. It is all Trojans, 39-9. Your halftime report is coming up next. This is high school basketball on IndianaSRN.
Becoming a licensed sports official is a great way to make a positive difference in the community and support the over 160,000 Indiana student athletes that participate across 22 IHSAA sports. Sports officiating allows you to stay connected to the game, become a role model for our young student athletes, earn extra money, and support the patrons and communities of our IHSAA member schools. To learn more about becoming a licensed IHSAA official, log on to ihsaa.org/officials today.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
Problem. Always enjoy talking football.
I'm Keith Myers, Vice President of IndianaSRN. Thanks for joining us. Do you know IndianaSRN broadcasts 350 games a year? All sorts of sports? Yeah, we do. Hard to believe, isn't it? IndianaSRN loves to put student athletes first on our website. If you're a business out there, we probably could help you too. Contact us at coach@indianasrn.org. Grandma from out of state thanks you. Mom and Dad who can't get to the game thanks you as well. In fact, our athletes watch the games over and over again. Our military has enjoyed the games as well. So sit back and enjoy the game. It's IndianaSRN.
Last night we had our girls in the city championship.
Welcome back to halftime. Rob was talking about the city championship last night. You had girls in the city finals last night. Lost by 4, but played really well. That girls program is going to be a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah, they've done a great job. Dan's done a great job. It was a terrific game, just as we were just talking off the air. To compare that to going to a professional game. The excitement last night, the energy there in the gym was great. We almost had it. We'd had a loose ball on the back under the basket. If we had picked that up, we had a chance to go ahead, and they had a tip in really at the end. That 4 points was deceiving because it was really just a second left.
Yep.
Yeah, it was a great win. And then today we had the wrestling meet there, the Circle City, and to see Tommy Hannon and Luke Hansen go at it too. Stud all-state football players. It was really cool.
Yeah, we were here for wrestling. We were here today for basketball. Football, we talk about football a little bit. It's weird not to see Chatard playing late November. I know you want to change that, but not bad considering how your season went this year.
Yeah, we started a little slow, but we had probably one of the top 2 schedules in the state. We were starting 11 new guys on offense, and we were just inexperienced. And as the season went on, we were a really good football team. I think if we had a chance, we would have won 3A or been right there. And Roncalli was a good team, a very good team, but for a couple of little errors that we made, we were right there. I was really proud of our kids. They played hard. They improved. Even when we were 0-4, the practices we would have every day, the way they held themselves accountable, I was super proud of them, and our coaches. You find out a lot about yourself when you're 0-4, a lot more than when you're 4-0.
Talk a little bit about this basketball program. Kenny Rosman comes in, changed the meter of this game. They're 11-0, working on 12-0 today. What have you seen in the classroom or these kids? Because it seems like they bought into the system.
It's funny you asked that because I was actually on the committee to hire our coach. And there were some really good candidates, some really, really good people that wanted this job, and I think it's a great job. And but Kenny was the guy, and that was really clear from the beginning. And you could tell his passion, his love for this school and the kids and the program. That was going to translate over onto the court. I knew it would happen, and you can see it every time they play and the way they play. So. I'm very happy for Kenny. It's been a rough year for their family,
right.
And this has been great for his boys. So to see them have this success has been really special for us.
It's weird to see AJ in a blue suit with a pink shirt today and a boot, but City Alliances this week, IndianaSRN has coverage from top to bottom. You've seen a lot of City boys basketball teams. Chatard's got a good shot to maybe pick up some hardware.
They could do it. We start a pretty small lineup by basketball standards, but I know these kids. They play football. These are hard-nosed kids, and they're going to play. They're going to play hard against anybody, and they're going to give anybody they play some trouble. And I don't care. Sometimes size doesn't matter when you have kids are getting it after it every play, and you can see. The way our kids are playing, that we're going to be competitive right to the end.
Rob Doyle is our guest. He's the head football coach at Chatard High School. Okay, let's talk IndianaSRN. We've covered some of your games in the past. We got most of your boys basketball. We did wrestling today. What is the take of having us doing this for Chatard? Do you hear positives? What's the positive feedback you're getting?
It's a huge positive. The exposure for the kids and the school to let folks see what we're doing here. In all of our programs, to see how well we're doing, what a great group of kids we have and coaches. I mean, that guys are doing a great job. I can't say enough about it. We really appreciate it and hope we can continue.
Let's talk about football season, off practice and stuff. I know James over there has one more year of eligibility. I know he's a college student, but he's got 1 year left of football. He can kick the ball. Do you need a kicker?
You know what? We'll always use a kicker, but I'll tell you, we got a good young one coming up. So We've got a lot of good players in the Pike here, so I'm real excited about the upcoming season.
Coach, it's always a pleasure. You always spend time, and I appreciate you spending some time with us at halftime.
Well, thanks for having me. Good luck. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it. We'll take a 2-minute timeout. We'll be back after this on IndianaSRN. Thanks, Coach.
They say nice guys don't finish first. So maybe it's time to reconsider what it means to be first.
It's about being your best, but knowing you could be even better.
It's being present, but respectful of history.
You sure you want to make that move?
It's donating something more valuable than money.
It's believing in yourself and something bigger.
It's coming from different families, but treating each other like brothers.
It's not just being a man, it's being a Mason.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
Back here at halftime, we're just about 90 seconds away from the beginning of half number 2. Chatard fell down 4-0, and then they scored 20 unanswered points and now lead it by 30, 39-9. Not a really big surprise at this stage. I mean, I'll tell you what, give the Trojans credit. They kept everything together there early in the ball game. 11 different players have gotten into the scoring column and right now dominating this game.
Yeah, they have. And, you look at the floor, and Providence has not made it out in the second half. Long talks. And I'm sure this is learning experiences from these kids. And I've been on this end, and it's really, really tough. And this is where character is made.
Yeah.
And you become a man at this stage of your life, because not everything's going right for you. Yeah. But you just got it. Perseverance leads to success. And, we'll throw out this outage because everybody knows we're a Christian company. What Christ did. Perseverance, yeah. He didn't want to go to the cross, but he did.
Yeah.
And thank God he did, because now we get to go to heaven. So, in basketball term, you don't want to go back in the second half at all. But you got to make a concerted effort to try and see what you can do to be more successful as we look at the huddle at Chatard. Real quick note. I noticed that the principal is wearing our IndianaSRN logo because he did wrestling today. He did our play-by-play. He didn't take it off, so I guess he's got a new shirt.
Well, you see, he didn't offer to give it back, did he?
No.
Well, by the way, PCR has not come back out on the floor yet, and they got the first horn right there, and they got to be real careful here that they don't draw a delay of game warning at some point and start out with a technical, but I'm not sure what the delay is right here, just other than you would think even from instinct that that halftime's got to be over here pretty quick. And I don't like the body language of them coming out of the locker room either. They just kind of walk out on the floor, and I know it's tough, like you said, but Coach, you're right. In life, people aren't going to feel sorry for you. You just got to keep going, and it'll pay off eventually.
And I will tell you this, one of these days, it may not be real soon, but one of these days they'll recognize that, and they will be successful. These guys are playing basketball.
Yeah.
These are high school kids, and they'll be fine.
All right, here we go. Ben Wright at the point now for the Trojans as we begin the third period of play. Sylvester Williams played well early. The entry pass now to McAllister. McAllister turns back to his right and finally gets one to fall. McAllister had some early ones that just didn't go down for him.
It was 0 for 5 early.
12 players have now scored today for the Trojans. Providence Cristo Rey basketball, the drive inside, the miss with the left hand by Newell, and the rebound pulled down by Davidson for the Trojans. Mercy rule is in effect at 35, and a quick turnaround shot, good. And tell you what, McAllister says, I got to make up for some lost time.
Yeah, I don't want to run my laps, Coach, so I'm going to make some layups.
A little nice mid-range jumper that time as the Wolves get the basketball for the second time as Stratton will find Hayes out front. Hayes launching from downtown three again, his third.
That's his third one, and that's behind the volleyball mark, folks.
Nothing has been close so far for Anthony Hayes. And he leads the Wolves in scoring. Nice job by McAllister. He got hammered from behind by Javion Newell, and will go to the free throw line.
That's the third time they went to him today.
They figured, listen, you had a tough first quarter there where they just wasn't falling, so we're going to let you make up for lost time, and he has done so. To the line for the first time today. In fact, the Trojans have been there one time, and they were successful on that free throw, but this one a little bit short.
Someone opened up the window.
Say the wind would be coming this way, wouldn't it, if it blew that way and he was
quiet,
short?
no windows, it's TV.
Second free throw is missed by McAllister.
You know they'll watch this and they'll start cracking on him in practice.
It probably will, especially that first one.
Yes, sir.
Here's Hayes. On the wing to Johnson. Johnson ended that first half with just 2 points. Pulls up with the left hand, missed it, and a rebounding foul called on Johnson. Good position by Davidson underneath.
I have Johnson for 3. Look at this. I mean, that's nothing but the bottom.
He likes that little area right there in that corner.
Yeah.
If it was on B.J. Johnson, which I think they did say that foul was on, I have him for 3.
As well as I.
They have not put it officially up on the scoreboard as of yet. That'll be the second team foul now on Providence. Here's Van Vliet, turnaround shot good, nice touch by Van Vliet. And if I'm not mistaken now, that's 13 players in the scoring column tonight for the Trojans.
Oh my goodness!
This one.
Oh!
That from the logo.
Come on! Shut the front door.
Back to 30. Van Vliet will kick it underneath, and that shot missed by Wright. And there's Hayes for a rebound.
Shoot from there, Hayes. Come on.
Wow. We'll want to see that one again if we get. Well, listen, that's silly. You don't drive on that when you shoot that one there.
Yeah.
Here's Stratton. Stratton down the lane. Scoop shot missed. Battle for the rebound, and it goes out of bounds last touch by Valencia. Here it is.
Here it is right here. That's the logo of the head of the Trojan.
Wow.
I want him on my horse team.
No kidding. So still a 30-point lead. Ball back to the Trojans. Inside to Van Vliet as he turns, and they're going to get him for the offensive foul as he brought that in a little bit too close with that elbow.
Hayes has 12 on the night, all on three-pointers.
And they could have been counted as 4. He was back there so far.
They were playing the Harvard Globetrotters. It would be
it would be 4, yeah. So Wolves basketball as you get a look at Stratton bringing it across the timeline. Stratton gets it back from Hayes. Then he's going to pull up and shoot the 3 and miss it. The rebound by Williams. Williams out on the break himself. And Williams will stop at the top of the key. They'll set it up from there. Right, entry pass, the turn, McAllister, and McAllister now with 6. You knew that in that first half, Coach, that, you know, he missed those, and they were very, very close. He wasn't going to miss the rest of the day.
Yep.
Big 6'4", 6'5" kid. Here's another one. That one is a little bit too close, I think. You need to move back about another 1.5 feet. But the Wolves will give up the basketball on that 3 unless you see the two officials getting together. Hope they're going to say it was last touched by the Trojans.
That's a pretty good call because I think 24, Van Vliet deflected that ball off the shoulder.
So the Wolves will keep it. Ball deflected into the hands of Stratton. Coming up on the 4:30 mark here in the third quarter, that is Hayes.
Someone lost a shoe. Oh, Hayes lost a shoe.
He did. Quickly maneuvers to bring it back, and now he's going to step inside the three-point line and shoot his second straight miss. There for the rebound, Williams for Chatard. Boy, Williams, not a big fella, but he's got a couple of rebounds here in the last couple of possessions. That 3 is no good as Drew Knapp unable to connect.
Coach said you've got to follow your shot, young man.
Boy, if he hits, and again, my numbers could be wrong, he'd be the 14th player to score for Chatard. Manny Valencia left all alone out front. Here's Stratton at the right elbow, bounces down on the baseline as Juan Cabanas in the ball game. Hayes back out front now to Newell. Providence able to work the basketball once again around the perimeter. Here's Stratton. Stratton just a single free throw in this one. Hayes draws the defense and a turnover. Trojans have the numbers back the other way. The feed and the layup good by McAllister. He has 8.
Sly thought he was going to get a layup, and McAllister just threw the ball from him.
You know, the one thing that Ben Wright got the assist no matter who
exactly
was going to get the basketball. 49-15. That shot's way off the mark. McAllister with the rebound. Quick outlet as Williams feeds inside to Van Vliet, and Van Vliet has 4. We have a timeout on the floor, and I believe this is going to be a 30-second timeout. Hey, I want to remind you, today's game brought to you in part by Family Source Insurance. They have you covered. Whether it's auto, home, life, or business, make sure you contact Pat Cherry to get a quote at 317-884-8046. Look to Family Source Insurance for all of your needs, 317-884-8046. It is now officially, as you take a look at this last possession and a nice pass, that again was McAllister getting the layup. The mercy rule is now in effect at 51-15. It is all Van Vliet and all McAllister. They've scored all the points for the Trojans here in the third. Getting those big guys involved after all these guards ended up taking the show in the first 2 quarters for Chatard. So following the timeout, more changes here now for the Trojans as TJ Alexander is back in. Nolan Stifler is back in. Also coming into the lineup is Kevin Wells. And number 22 is in, Carter St. John. Missed shot on the attempt at the other end of the floor there by Newell. A little smaller lineup here for the Trojans now. Right now, Nolan Stifler, their tallest player. As you see now, Providence, Cristo Ray going into a zone. Wide open on the wing is St. John, and he nails the 3. That's his third three-pointer.
He's just so smooth and deliberate. Takes his talent from his mom.
I bet he does.
Talked to his dad earlier today. He says, you know, Coach, you nailed it every single time. So, Mom, there you go. Some more love for you.
Mom getting plenty of credit, as she should.
Oh, yeah.
Here's Hayes. Hayes pulls up, misses, and the rebound by St. John. So not only does St. John shoot well, he rebounds. Trojans in the corner. Here's Wells for 3, and boy, they're just hitting everything now. And you know when there's no pressure, boy, you can really stroke that pretty easily.
Yeah, you can. And they're so deliberate in everything they do.
12 turnovers now by Providence Cristo Ray. Again, the clock is running here in the third quarter. Following this, we'll have the Family Source Insurance post-game show. We'll name the player of the game. Might be the whole team like we did last night when we had Bethesda Christian on. Turning, shooting, and missing will be St. John. Offensive rebound missed, and another putback this time by T.J. Ford. Off the miss from Nolan Stifler.
A game like this, it's really hard just to pick one select kid to do it.
Foul's going to go against Kevin Wells, his second. Well, you've got that many players that have scored, and you look at McAllister, 8 points in the quarter. He is now, if I'm not mistaken, the leading scorer other than Carter St. John with 9. He had a lot of catching up to do. Here's another downtown three as Hayes has gone cold after hitting those 2 threes early. Lead pass, ball inside. T.J. Ford can't come up with it. 6 turnovers now for Chatard. And we're down to the final 30 seconds. That'll be turnover number 13 on the Wolves. And streaking down the floor and laying it in will be T.J. Alexander.
He's got 6.
So you have 2, 6, 6, 4, 5, 6, 5, 2, 2, 9, 2, 4, 8. Nobody's in double figures yet they have 61. This time a 3 launch from the left elbow by Jordan Stratton, his first basket. Trojans last second shot, and that's going to do it. After 3 periods of play, it's all Chatard on top of this one, 61-18. This is high school basketball on IndianaSRN. Hey, James.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
61-18 as we head to the fourth quarter. I'm Troy Dergowski. The good look one here is Keith Myers.
Thanks, appreciate that.
You're very welcome.
City Alliance all week next week, boys. City Alliance coverage begin Tuesday, doubleheader Tuesday for you. Got a game on Wednesday for you. Games Thursday, semifinals on next Saturday, and the finals the following Monday.
That three-pointer way off the mark there by Stratton.
But I looked at our City Alliance games, a lot of City Alliance games, but we got 12 other games as well. So about 15 games this week.
That's a lot of games.
On the network, IndianaSRN.
A lot of basketball coming up this week. Here's Newell. Again, we remind you, other than the fouls and timeouts, it is a running clock in this one the rest of the way. Stratton misses from 3. And the rebound pulled down there by Drew Knapp. We need Knapp to score, and then we need Ben Wright to score. There is Knapp in the corner. He misses. And the ball saved from going out of bounds, still loose, and picked up there by Cabanas for Providence, and then he turns it over, and a foul on Cabanas. So we get Wright. That's how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. It'd be 17 players who get Waybright if he plays. 16 or 17 players in the scoring column if they finish it out. Nice cut and a drive. There's one of them down, so Drew Knapp is on the board. By the way, the Trojans scored 22 points in that third quarter. Most they've scored today, 22, 20, and 19. There's another turnover. That's number 15. Back the other way we go, and that's going to be a foul for sure on Hayes. Bucket is good by Colin Guy. He now has 4 and will go to the line for 1.
And Hayes picks up his third foul.
Personal foul on the Wolves, 30, A.J. Hayes, his third, team's fourth.
So Colin Guy to the line. Trojans now 1 of 3 from the free throw line today, and he is able to hit that one, now 2 for 4. So Wolves basketball, they will fall to 0-9 on the season. Here's another 3 launched, and Stratton able to hit his second three-pointer. Wolves have not scored in double figures in any quarter yet today. A 3 back the other way, that's no good by Colin Guy. Still need Ben Wright to come back into the ball game and get a bucket here today. Here's Hayes. One dribble, terminates it. Left side now to Cabanas, and he'll quickly get it back to Hayes. And Hayes turns it over, a steal, and back the other way, and a hard foul call against Stratton. And that'll send Colin Guy to the line for 2 shots.
That was right in front of us.
Personal foul, Providence, number 12, Jordan Stratton, his first, team fifth. At the line for the Trojans, shooting 2, number 20.
So here is Colin Guy at the line. Free throw is short. Take a look at the steal and the hard foul here.
I like the play. He continued to play.
Yep, he was going all ball.
They have not stopped.
Second free throw is good.
Don't forget later on this evening, 7:30, Greencastle and Edgewood on IndianaSRN.
Another steal, this time the stop by Colin Guy. He lays it in. Let the defender get in the air. 16 turnovers now for the Wolves. Yeah, Greencastle back home tonight, still trying to find their way here at mid-season. But, you know, they play so well in spurts. Talked about the last game we did with them, just maybe a little more consistency is all they're looking for. And what do we have? A traveling call against Guy.
You know, considering where they were last year, they were very, very good last year. I think only lost 3-4 games last year. Lost in the regional against Guerin Catholic last year. And, you know, this rebuilding season for the coach. And he even told us when the season started, he goes, we're going to be up and down, but we're going to be okay when it comes down to tournament time. Well, the Putnam County tournament's coming in about 3 weeks, and he really looks at maybe that's where they may get their jump start to carry them over to sectional play, because they play in a very tough sectional.
Another 3 is going to be missed by Hayes. The rebound to Lewis. But slowing it up is Semler.
Just to finish that, I was just real impressed with the Bethesda Ball Club last night. Played very, very well. A lot of good basketball in Indiana.
You know, the thing is, and they fell down by double digits in that first half. Crawfordsville played very well and just never could pull away. And they had a chance to tie that ball game with a 3 at the end of that second overtime. Air ball that time by Stratton. I mean, that thing was on line. It just clipped the front of the rim. Otherwise, it might have been a triple overtime game.
We might still be playing. I would have him find a new partner.
I'm working overtime, Keith. Got to find somebody else.
You're working overtime now.
Trojan basketball, they'll improve to 12-0 on the season. Here's a shot from the corner, no good by Sam Lewis. Offensive rebound, put back no. And Van Vliet will save it from going out of bounds.
Coverage begins with the city tournament Tuesday night. We will be here at Chatard as they play Providence. They play Purdue Poly. Covenant Christian plays Indianapolis-Scecina on Tuesday. Wednesday, Heritage Christian taking on Crystal House Emmanuel is our first round coverage games.
Last shot by Cabanas comes up short. Trojans basketball as we're at 2:30 to go. A mid-range jumper on the baseline is no good by Semler. Get the offensive rebound. The kick out in the 3 by Colin Guy is having a big fourth quarter.
Got 11 on the night.
(72-21). You know, one thing about it, when you put players in that are looking for some varsity playing time, you can't tell them, listen, don't play hard because that's what they're supposed to do, and sometimes the outcome turns out a little bit worse than you want it to be. You don't try to run up the score or anything.
But you can't tell kids not to play.
That's right.
My biggest gripe at football, where people go, well, but they beat us so bad. You can't tell. Nice move there by number 12.
Stratton.
Because you want to go 100% every single time. That's a nice move.
It is. Stratton getting by Van Vliet. So Stratton at the free throw line completes the 3-point play. And we're down to 1:35 to go.
Stratton has 10 points on the night. Hayes has 12.
Trojans see if they'll even look to score here the rest of the way. Well, they could have shot the three there as Knapp says, no, we're going to hold on to it.
Coach even said, take it. That tells you how unselfish this team is.
So this time he will and miss it. Van Vliet with a rebound. He got hammered, no whistle. It's going to be tough to get a call this late.
50 seconds. I like this kid, too. This kid can shoot from the parking lot.
And he has, that being Anthony Hayes.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, they don't have enough weapons to put things together. But again, we mentioned they're missing 4 players that are on the varsity roster going into this one here this afternoon. Hayes over Van Vliet, missed it. Van Vliet able to get the rebound. And this should be the final possession of the ball game. Wolves end up committing 16 turnovers here this afternoon, but it's going to be Chatard winning it going away. They went on a 20-0 run at one point, led 20-4 after one, led 39-9 at halftime, and that's going to do it. Your final score, Chatard 72, Providence Cristo Ray 24. The Family Source Insurance postgame is next. This is high school basketball in IndianaSRN.
Bertner Electric Incorporated has been proudly serving our residential and commercial customers with quality electrical repair for over 33 years. We are fully licensed and insured in electrical wiring and electrician service packages. You'll receive a competitive assessment whether you're a homeowner or a business owner, first-time or long-time customer. We offer free estimates for any new project. Call our licensed and experienced electricians today.
Can't make it to the game? We've got your back. Just go to www.IndianaSRN.org and tune in to all of the live action, or go to our on-demand service and relive your favorite moments.
Coaches, we wrap this one up here this afternoon. We're going to name the player of the game coming up in just a couple of moments. We still have one game to go in this weekend of high school basketball, and that'll be Greencastle and Edgewood tonight, 7:20 the airtime, 7:30 will be the tip-off. Should be a great one between those two teams. And so we also want to name the player of the game, and this is a tough one.
First of all, I really love the senator for giving homage to God, thanking the Lord for letting them have the talent, and we're seeing this more and more, and we need more of this, and this is outstanding. That's great sportsmanship. You know, Coach did not run up this score, folks. It's 72-24. Yes, that is true, but he played every single kid except one, and that was the kid that wasn't even dressed. Player of the game, got to give it to the team again. I mean, you got 16 kids that scored?
14 of all that played, yeah.
And James wanted to suit up, but they didn't have a uniform to fit him. So, pretty cool. Yeah, and that wraps it up for us.
Well, and the other thing, too, James, who would run the board and everything and engineer for us?
Well, Ken would be able to do it.
We could have done that.
Yeah.
All right, I want to thank Kenny as well as James, for Keith and myself. Thanks for being with us for high school basketball right here on IndianaSRN.